So, for the woman who thinks she has successfully obtained your man, she has not. I seen a video of a black woman on TikTok, and her caption was how this is how she described her big chop as going full bald headed demon. She will not have him for long, and you need to give your husband a whole lot more credit. You need to give him a whole lot more credit. The same man that you fell in love with has the capacity and the ability to be more like the Most High, to protect you like the Most High, who carries a strength like the Most High, and who loves you just as much as the Most High does. So you need to have confidence, not in his ability to break chains, because he ain't been chained up, but his ability to enact justice. You gotta understand, that man was a man before he met you. He had a whole life, a whole mission, a whole destiny, and now it's time that they merge. There are things that don't mean, okay, I'll do this lifetime without him. He has your abilities. He's the other half of your soul. You have his abilities as well. Now y'all been called into holy matrimony to walk this path together. But you got to understand, not only does God go before you when you enter a new space, right before you enter a new space, to clear things out and make sure everything is good, your husband does the same thing. And as women of God who prep for union as in marriage, this is what sometimes we often forget, is those of us who have beaten the spirit of rejection and the spirit of offense, that spirit of control needs to be not broken, but released as well. Because you have that need to control the outcome, control what he doing, control what he thinking, because there was one point in time where you did not feel safe inside of your own body. So that is not something that you can project upon him. That's something that comes from within. So that being said, your need to control the situation comes from residual fear that is still residing in your body because of a trauma that you experienced. And the thing is, your husband could appear right now and that feeling would still not magically go away. Some things you just have to take to the Holy Spirit, because now you're getting agitated with him and he's not doing anything but fulfilling his mission. Here's a truth, a very hard truth, that a lot of you, because this is who this video is for, my Sag people. Here's a hard truth that a lot of Sagittarius people, especially women, do not want to accept when it comes to man and woman, hey girl, preparing for union. The thing is, the man is gonna know more than you, because how you've manifested this day, you want him to come with a very specific ring, you want a very specific garter. For some of you here, you do the whole you're very traditional. You want him to bring something new, something old, something used, and something blue. You want him to bring all these things, and these sort of things take time, and he has obtained everything physical that he needs: the car, the ring, the shoes he wearing, because you know he care about his appearance. I'm looking at my cat because I'm like, girl, a water bottle right here. I don't want her to lick it. Everything physically has been prepared. It's just you. You understand, Sag? So when we say, you feel me, that it's just you, it's like you want to know everything right now. And the truth is, there are some things that you're just not going to know because your husband has been appointed to a certain level of knowledge that you cannot obtain that, because you got to understand, you're the prize. So you get processed for marriage and he gets prepped for marriage. You've already been processed. You're not chasing him. So therefore, God goes to your husband regarding certain things about you that you don't need to know about right now, because your husband is the one that's acting out God's will. Your husband is the one that's acting out God's surprise. Your God has went to your husband and said that, hey, my daughter, she's real special. She needs to be loved, held, learned, appreciated in a certain kind of way. So if you just get off your damn high horse for 2 seconds and accept the fact, like, this is really this lies, like, this is an interracial couple that I'm speaking to. This is an interracial couple that I'm speaking about. And I feel like I'm speaking to like the non-white person here, the non-white woman in the connection right now. Like, you have this way that you view your husband, that he's very passive because he is white. You do. And look, I know, girl, it gets you up in arms. It makes you uncomfortable. Everyone doesn't like to have this conversation, but we have to have it. The strong black woman trope, it got to end now. The soft East Pacific Asian woman trope, it has to end now. Like, do you really want to not carry anything or not? It's like you still want to carry everything to have the knowledge. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You do not know all the things it is that your husband has gone through to be processed for you, to obtain you, the chains that he's had to break. So you still thinking, because this is what you be thinking, because God be hearing it, like, he taking so long. He letting women hold him up. And I'm not saying women that he's sexually involved with. You know the women that I'm talking about. But that's what you're thinking, and it's just not the case. And if you're curious and you want to know what's going on in real time, you can go to God at any moment. You can go to God at any time, right? But it's like you haven't, because of your own ego. And so you cannot go into this relationship believing that you are the strongest, because you are not. This is a grown ass man who fucks like a grown ass man, cuss like a grown ass man, eat like a grown ass man, and he prays like a grown ass man of God. You cannot go into this relationship acting like your mother, because you are acting like your mother. And it's been an internal battle. Like, you're not sending him weird messages. You aren't cussing at him. It's like a lot of this has been internal. I don't even feel like you say a lot of these things out loud. But God hears everything. He hears all of your thoughts. And these are the things that, you know what I'm saying, needs to be acknowledged. Your husband is not passive because he's a white man. That is still a man of God. And this is something that has been, oh, it's a dog. This is something that has been a huge problem in your bloodline. The racism, the colorism. And that's what God has called you into union with, not just anyone of a different race, particularly the black-white dynamic and how it exists in your family. That has been a huge sore spot for you, a huge rough spot. And yeah, God is not going, it's kind of like, this is how it's giving me. I'm saying the message, like, hey, want to meet up? Hey, can we talk? Hey, it's sitting there literally in his message box. And he's just, this man has a stronger connection than you do to God, because he has been walking his spiritual journey a lot longer than you have, because your husband had a near-death experience. In like his teens, early 20s, that sort of situation. So you got a strong connection with God, but he has a stronger one, because he's needed to have one, because you have been through some tough, horrible things. So he has to be a little bit more ahead of the curve than you are, because you are used to excelling as you are. You're not going to remain as you are in marriage. You're just not. So that message that you've been waiting on, that phone call that you've been waiting on, it will come. But you got to let go. You got to let go. And you got to bring it to God, what it is that you've actually been thinking. Because I feel like it's creating, like it's held up inside of you. You could be feeling tension in your head, tension in your chest, tension in your stomach, because of these reasons. I give you my encouragement, Saggy. Do your thing and let me know how it go in the comments once you finally do it.